Hello everyone, Tom Ellsworth, the Biz Doc, and I was reading the questions and this one came up, which I thought was very interesting. There's a lot of people that have graduated college or are young in their careers or around 30 years old, and that seems to be the zone of people who are asking this. They said, hey man, I hear you talking about mortgage rates on PBD Podcast. I've seen you talk about banking and other things in case studies. What's the real relationship between housing sales and mortgage rates, the percent rate for mortgages? I see so much talked about. Maybe they watch Bloomberg, maybe they watch CNBC, or maybe they just scan the news feed on X looking at finance and mortgage. Doesn't matter where. It is easy to not understand what this is or to be asking the question. So here we go. So I dug into it. Historically, almost always the inverse of each other. One goes up, one goes down. So let's go take a look at this. This is a chart that goes back one decade. 2024 is right here in the end, and we go back a decade, 2014, before COVID. So this is a full decade so we can get some sense of time. So you have the red line, which is mortgage rates, and you have the dolphin blue line. And by the way, everybody here at Valuetainment, South Florida, you got to call it dolphin blue. Okay, fine. Dolphin blue line is the home sales. Now, home sales follow interest rates, not the other way around. Interest rates don't care about home sales. Interest rates go up and down based on the Fed. And if you've watched me on the PBD podcast, you know that Jerome Powell leads the Fed, and he spent all of 2022 raising those interest rates. Remember I said that every time the interest rates went up, it was Jerome Powell pounding the cheerleader. Well, he pounded her silly in 2022, and our mortgage interest rates went way up. Then the home sales respond. So let's go take a look. 2014 here, we were about a 4%, then down to about 3.5%, 4.5%. So staying in that range, pretty reasonable rate. Then it went way down as we dropped the interest rates, trying to help the economy during COVID, because we were all told to run inside. Inside what? Your house. Well, I got to buy a house. Oh, you need a lower interest rate. And it helped businesses too. So anyway, the interest rates go way down, but now they've been raised all the way back up, 2022. Poor little cheerleader. And they're up at over 5%. So that's where we are. What happened to the home sales? Well, home sales liked it. Home sales love it when interest rates are below 4%. That's like a magic number. And take a look. They go a little bit below 4, woohoo, they like it. Go up a little bit, they don't like it. It goes down, they like it. It goes really down, they love it. And then all of a sudden, the home sales come crashing down. 2023, with the high mortgage rates, home prices are up high. We're going to talk about that in the middle. But now it's the lowest amount of existing home sales going back more than 10 years ago. See, they're inverse related to each other. So what does that mean for you and me? Let's look at it so we can just kind of break it down. What's going on? So we have a 20-year high in mortgage rates. That was only a 10-year chart. Even if you go back another 10 years, it's a 20-year high in mortgage rates. The result of that, bing. Sellers put fewer houses up for sale. Why is that? Mom and dad in New Jersey want to retire to South Florida. So they say we could sell their house in New Jersey. No problem. But then they say, well, let's put half the money into our retirement fund. The other half will buy a place down in West Palm Beach, and then we'll have a little mortgage. They find out that the interest rates on that mortgage are now 6.5%. What? That's expensive. You know, I'm not going to do that. So guess what? They don't sell the house in Jersey. So fewer houses up for sale, and they don't buy a place. They rent a place for the winter in South Florida because, you know, mom's got rheumatism in South Florida. It's nice and warm and it doesn't hurt like the New Jersey winters. Then the demand for a lower quantity of homes. So fewer homes are on the market, but there are enough buyers out there. Well, what happens? 3 buyers for the only nice house on the block, even though that's the only house for sale. Nothing else is, and it bids up the price. So the prices went up because of a supply shortage. So mortgage rates go up. Mom and dad don't want to sell one house and get one with a higher interest rate. Demand for the lower quantity of homes for sale makes the prices go up. Bad. Well, what happens when that happens? When that happens, this makes housing affordability the lowest since 1989. And you were not born yet. So take a look at that. High prices for homes, bigger payment. High interest rates, even bigger payment. Da-da. And that what has crushed the housing market. There's no magic. The rates have to come down and more homes are for sale because mom and dad say, well, the interest rates are down to like 5% again. Maybe we'll get that place in West Palm Beach and we'll sell it. Bingo, house on the market, another transaction, life, circle of life completes, and the housing market comes back. By the end of this year, 2024, we're only looking at interest rates being down to 5.75. And if you're watching this sometime in the future, you'll be able to see the same dynamic at play. And that is what's going on with interest rates and home purchases. Good luck to you, whatever you decide to buy. I'll be back next time with another quick stat from the Biz Doc.